Hey everyone, welcome to JP's Budget Collecting and my weekly whatever report on Sundays where talk about whatever. um, Today we're going to mostly talk about, I've been rewatching the MCU movies, so I want to talk a little bit about those. I did pick up just a couple of books this week, and I'll talk a little bit about stuff I have coming up on the channel and stuff I don't, and turn that light a little bit. And yeah, and then we're going to get out of here because it's sort of going to be D&D tonight, and I'll get into that in a minute. So far we got the unruly Simeon was in the house a few minutes before I started, so we'll see if he's back yet. The StreamYard is telling me there's no one here, so we'll see what's going on unruly. Backseat driver, what's going on? Big Will. So yeah, StreamYard just slow because it's still saying 0 watchers, and I'm getting comments. All right, I'm not here. Oh, well, Big Will is not here. Never mind. So hope you guys are had a good holiday weekend and having a good Sunday. Yeah, I've been kind of hanging out. Family and I decided to not do anything till next weekend because that's when my dad's birthday is. So we're kind of only going to try to get together once. I don't know what. I have no idea what you're talking about there, TJ. I need your opinion. Stupidity, something. Picked up 0 books this week. I did not go to my comic shop this week. I have not. I'm behind on picking up new books. I don't think I had anything actually on my pull this week. I did have some stuff the previous week I still haven't went and got. I got to try to get there this week. You cheer me up. Very hard weekend. I'm sorry that it's been a tough weekend, TJ. I will do my best. Hopefully things will get better. So here is, we'll start with this. So there will be D&D tonight, but it's going to be a little different. Jason, Comics Misexplained, couldn't make it this week. He's somewhere without good internet. I'm not going to be able to do D&D next week. So Alec has decided we are splitting the party, the big no-no in D&D. And not just we're splitting it, I'm on my own. So tonight, I'm going to go off on a little side quest. So it's going to just be me and Alec. I don't know if anybody else, if the other guys are going to get the link and just hang out or what, but I think it might just be me and Alec. So he's going to take me on a side quest. We'll see if my character survives. And then next week, the whole rest of the crew will be doing whatever they're doing while I'm doing the side quest when I can't be there. So that is the plan. So there will be D&D both weeks. Just tonight will be a little different because it'll just be me. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work as a broadcast because I'm not sure that I'm the most creative dialogue acting out my character player yet. But we're gonna give it a shot. So now that I've convinced everyone not to watch, we're going to do it anyway. Oh, goodness, let's see. Gamers. Hey, all I know is Big Will heals a little bit. I'm the main healer of the party, and if I don't come back from this side quest, you guys are screwed. So that's all I can say. Farewell to your character. Yeah, he's pretty much going to send me off on my own and probably kill me. But either that or I will survive and they'll all die next week when they don't have their healer. So that's one of the two things is going to happen. So either way, either I'm probably in 2 weeks re-rolling a new character or in 2 weeks, they're all re-rolling new characters is my guess. So yeah, we got that going on. Let's see. So that's going to come up here. I'm probably going to keep this. I'm going to try to keep this to 30 minutes just to give myself a little more time tonight between. I know that won't make TJ happier, but maybe 35. I need to give myself a little bit more room between. I have something I got to do real quick between that. But that's starting here at 8 o'clock. Other things I have coming up on the channel. knock stuff over. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow night, Tuesday night, we are doing Wicked and Divine for the indie show. Myself, I've already forgotten, Unruly, Los, and Grilla Todd are doing the Wicked and Divine. I have read it once. I actually want to try to get through it one more time. I don't know that I have anything else this week. I may try to come up with something just because. I am going to try, even though I'm going to be gone next weekend, I'm going to try to get the look back done before I leave so that it can post on Saturday like normal. There won't be a Sunday night show next weekend, but because I can't make D&D, I'm not going to be able to make my own Sunday show either. But the crew will be doing D&D over on White Whale's channel. And then Monday, I will be back, and we are doing... so not tomorrow, but the next Monday, we're doing East and West, volumes 2 and 3. And then the Thursday that week after, we're doing... No, that's wrong. That is not... I'm completely confused on my dates now. 16th, and that's till that Thursday is when we're doing the Thursday of the week after. We're doing East and West. And then Saturday, the week after, we're doing Batman Year 100. I thought I had something on that Monday. If I do, I don't remember what it is. So, it will be the death of your door. It's the lucky your future endeavors. Yeah. Big will be the death. That's why I'm okay that he's not coming on my side quest. His character is a little impulsive. So those are some of the things I have coming up. You guys want to see the 2 books? I did pick up 2 books. These were kind of a little bit of spec books that I picked up, probably ultimately to sell at some point. I picked up Kanan number 6 a couple weeks ago, and I found a deal on number 1, so now I have a copy of each. So grab that. Came in this week, and then the other book that I grabbed to hopefully flip soon, because hoping there's going to be a casting announcement pretty soon, because there really hasn't been much buzz since they announced last year that they were making her series. And it's kind of got quiet. Is I picked up Marvel Now .1, first full appearance of Camilla Khan. So yeah, I'm probably going to actually try to send this one off. I may try to send those Kanan books off. That's right, D-Ron coming dirty flipper. How's it going, sir? So this is still, I managed to grab this for reasonable. And if it's, I think it's 9.8 candidate, but it's got a little bit of a bindery kind of thing in the top corner that may make it a 9.6. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Otherwise, it's really good. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. I knew it was on it when I got it. That may make it a 9.6, but either way, with the price I did, even slabbing it, I'll be in good shape. Particularly if they announce her casting, because it's going to go up. So that's kind of where I grabbed that for. I feel like that's probably the next character that's going to take off a little bit, kind of do the Miles thing, because once they cast her for that show, I just think that those books related to her are going to skyrocket. But we will see. We will see. Riverside Liquors. Oh. I'm just disappointed you didn't ask for a recap. So you just called me a flipper instead. So those are the only books I picked up this week, or that I had come in this week. So there's not much comic wise. I've been reading a little bit. But I did decide over the weekend I've started a Marvel MCU movie rewatch. So you guys are going to get, not that anybody wants them, but my thoughts a little bit on rewatching the MCU. Many of these I hadn't watched in years. So I'm doing the chronological rewatch. So you start with First Avenger, Captain Marvel, Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2, Hulk, Thor, Avengers. That's how far I made it. In the last 2 days, I've went through those 7 movies. um, so yeah, ultimately, I don't think it's like changed my rankings a little bit, which I'll talk about a little bit. But yeah, a couple of them were better than I remembered. Most of them were about what I remembered. A couple of them were a little worse, I think. I don't know that any of them were enough better or worse that I thought that they really will move around in my rankings, but I'm going to try to get through all of them in the next couple of weeks. So 7 down. There's 23 right now. So 7 down, 14 to go. Or no, 16 to go. So yeah. So I got some work to do still there, but it was fun. It was kind of just something to do this weekend. Like I said, I didn't do anything. I was here. Yeah, I will be honest, and I'll talk about that one in a little bit, but yeah, that one I was actually expecting not to like as much as I remembered. And I'll talk about that in a minute, but started with First Avenger, and obviously, and I think that one's way underrated. Now, I will fully admit, Chris Evans' Captain America is my favorite MCU character. I really enjoy the way he plays Cap. And that's not taking anything away from like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man or whatever. He's fantastic. There's a bunch of them fantastic. Just for me, I really enjoy Chris Evans' Captain America the most. Hey, Kachung, what's going on? So First Avenger, I've always really enjoyed. I've always thought like people put it toward the bottom. I feel like it's the really, really good. I feel like I really enjoyed First Avenger. It's one of my favorites. And I hadn't rewatched it in a long time. It holds up for me. It was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Watching it again. Sorry, I did not say hello, Kachung and Delphia, because I'm sure she's there too. And then I watched. So next was Captain Marvel. I don't have any hot takes on First Avenger. I think it's good. I think it's better than most people give it credit for. Absolutely. Absolutely he does. Also, I think he's improved as an actor a little bit, but he also was given better material. let's be real. He was given better material as Cap than he ever was as Johnny Storm. So, hey, Barrett, what's going on? Carlito, what's going on? Yeah, I love First Avenger. I think it's really, really good. TJ's agreeing with me, so therefore I must be right. Yeah, I just think it fits really well. I think of the origin stories, it's maybe the best told, like of the origin stories. You could argue that Iron Man 1 is a little bit better, but like it's a movie. You could argue Black Panther's a little bit better as a movie. I don't know. Just as a single character origin, it's really well done. Yes, absolutely. Those 3 are easily the strongest of the individual character series and runs. Also, hey, Bear. So, hey, Joel. What's going on? Very best banger, start, Cap, and Strange, but all are cast very well. I'm not. That's not what my point was. Not that like Robert Downey Jr. does not do a fantastic job as Tony Stark, because he does. Cap is just my favorite. Like I just enjoy that particular performance. Tony Stank. Yes. It's Tony Stank. So yeah, like I said, I was doing a chronological rewatch. I've always loved First Avenger. Still love it after that. I think it's just really well done. It really sets up the character, who he is, and sets up the man at a time thing really well. I like Ant-Man, but no, I'm gonna disagree that it's the best. The Thanos movies are the best. Well, I'm not there yet, but like, when I get done with all of this rewatch, I will do a ranking, and if somebody wants to come on with me, they are welcome to. Probably going to be like the end of the month before I get through all of them. So, Best team. Barrett is a big fan of Ant-Man and the Wasp. I actually enjoy those more than probably most people do. But so that was First Avenger. Then I rewatched Captain Marvel, and I know that gets a lot of hate in the community. I know that gets a lot of hate. Just period. Most of it, I think, is less about the movie and more about Brie Larson. That's my personal opinion. I had only ever watched it in the theater once, and then I watched it once when it first came out on video, and so I hadn't watched it in 2 years plus, whatever it is now, and it was better than I remembered. I enjoyed it more than I remembered enjoying it, and I've never been a hater of that one. I think it's a solid mid-tier entry. It's not one of the best Marvel movies. I'm not making that claim, but it's definitely not one of the worst. I enjoy it. I had really enjoyed Samuel L. Jackson as a non-bitter Nick Fury. Like, he had some really funny moments in it. Oh, goodness gracious. It can be, Carlito. It can be. If you want to, like, if we can do something. So, yeah, let's make it an official invitation. I'm working through the rewatch. I'm probably not going to watch any for a few days. So you get a chance to start trying to catch up. They're good. I would agree. They are definitely good. Bear's getting destroyed. Did you watch Captain Marvel? No, I watched it on the Disney Plus app. I swear I've watched all of them, but Hulk, because you can't watch Hulk on Disney Plus app because Universal has the distribution rights. It and the 2 Spider-Man are the only ones you cannot watch on Disney Plus. I'll be honest, if I hadn't already had Hulk where I could watch it, I would have just skipped it. Chat just jumped a whole bunch. I agree. I think it's all hate for Brie. I think it's actually pretty solid, in my opinion. He's saying worse is Incredible. Yeah, I'm almost there. So then I watched Captain Marvel for the first time during lockdown. Loved it. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. Exactly. Samuel Jackson, almost always good. Yeah, they basically just, for all intents and purposes, they just deleted the original Captain Marvel as a character from the MCU. They decided to go with Annette Bening because I think they did that, cast as a woman and cast as Annette Bening as older, like basically to let us all know, like, be upfront that there was no chance that they're making Marvel movies. That their Captain Marvel for the MCU is going to be Carol. And that, I think, is what that was all about. I think that was a conscientious decision on their part because they did not want to cast a actor. Like, if you cast a male actor, people have been clamoring for a Marvel movie, and they just wanted to avoid that. So they just changed the character, they changed the background, and whether you agree with that decision or not, I think that's what the decision was. I think it was basically about, here's our deal. Captain Marvel in the MCU is going to be Carol. And we're not messing with any of the rest of it. And yeah, I think that's where they went. Bria's actually decent. There you go. She's not bad to look at. It is still enjoyable. Let's see. Better than expected. Sergeant Fury. Let's say top 3 MCU movies: Ant-Man, Wasp, Iron Man 2, and Winter Soldier. Well, I agree with one of those in the top 3. So yeah, Captain Marvel was enjoyable again. I was glad I hadn't watched it for a while. I was glad I got to watch it again. I'm looking forward to the little girl being grown up now, because it was in the 90s, and Monica Rambeau coming into the MCU in the second Captain Marvel movie. I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Captain Marvel 2. I think there's a lot they can do there. I enjoy the Skrulls. I enjoy the twist they take with that. That she's so sure she's on the right side of things and then realizes that she's on the wrong side. And yeah, I actually enjoy it a lot. And I can understand that. Not every movie's for everybody, but if you've only watched it once, I would say give it another try because it was better than I remembered. But I didn't despise it the first time either. So, then of course I went to Iron Man because it's third in date, even though it's obviously the first one. It held up better than I expected. I actually expected not to enjoy the original Iron Man as much, just because so much had come since then that they've upped their game so much that I did not think it would hold up. Terrence Howard is not as good as Don Cheadle, in my opinion, but otherwise, it was really good. It held up better than I expected. It was excellent. I don't really have anything else to say about it. There you go. Well, she's like glowing and stuff. Strange, Ragnarok, Winter Soldier. So yeah, these are all ones I haven't got to. Like if I had prior to this, the rewatch, Winter Soldier is my number one with a little bit of a margin. Probably thinking about it. I always go back and forth. Endgame is so good, but it would be so confusing if you hadn't watched all of it. But probably having watched all of it, it's probably Winter Soldier, Endgame, Guardians 1 are probably my three. In some ways, actually not sure that yeah, those are probably my three, but I think about it. Oh, well, if you've seen it 3 times, then you've given it a complete chance. So there's no doubt about it. I know a lot of people watch it once and went in, I think, with preconceived notions and found things they didn't like about it. So there you go. Is the MCU I've seen the most. How is that possible? Hey, Spidey fan, what's going on? How is that possible? So, Iron Man 2. Better than I remembered. Still not great. So Carlito said it was better than I remembered, and he's right. Here's the problem with it. The villain in Iron Man 2 is the stuff killing Tony, like the palladium, the little metal that's killing him. That's the villain of Iron Man 2. Freaking Mickey Rourke mailed that shit in. Like, he collected his paycheck, and he showed up on set, and that's it. Like, he did nothing. That's got to be the worst casting, and right up there is the worst MCU performance. That shit was terrible. Justin Hammer was Sam Rockwell's Justin Hammer was kind of funny, but he wasn't a villain. He wasn't a threat. Gotcha. So, you have to start again. Civil War, Winter Soldier, Avengers 1. Solid. That's a solid list. Civil War does not rank quite that high for me. But, back to, because I was talking about Iron Man 2. The only threat in the whole movie is about Tony thinks everything that happens is driven by the fact that Tony thinks he's dying. Because he doesn't have this element. Or he doesn't have what he's using to power his arc reactor is killing him. Otherwise, there's no real threat. There's really not. And like I said, Mickey Rourke mailed that shit in. He was funny, but he wasn't a threat. And that's what I mean. There was the villain of the movie. I guess you could call it a Russian accent. I will say that they did give us they gave us Black Widow, which is always a plus. And I'm a big Scarlett Johansson fan. Have been for a long time. You can't imagine why. So they did give us Black Widow. They did give a fun scene with her and Happy when they're fighting the guards. But overall, I felt like they didn't give her much to do. Like it was kind of an introduction. I felt that way through most of her MCU history. They haven't given her enough to do. But yeah, no, Black Widow is definitely a plus. Tony's performance is a plus. Don Cheadle does a good job. Yeah, it's better than I remembered. There's just not a villain. There's not really a threat to the whole thing, and it really holds it back, in my opinion. Yes. Agreed. And so, like, it was, like I said, better than I remember, just still weak because there's not much there. Sorta. Oh, that one. Clicked on the wrong one. The suitcase suit. So after Iron Man 2 is Incredible Hulk. How far? We're almost 30 minutes in. So, boy, they could pull that movie out of the MCU and just, like, it contributes nothing. I mean, because they changed Hulk after Ed Norton. And the only thing they did, they don't change the actor who's Thunderbolt Ross, but we've never seen Betty again. And there's a 15 seconds of Tony Stark at the end. Otherwise, you could pull that out. It's its own thing. As a Hulk movie, it's light years ahead of that Ang Lee Hulk movie with Eric Bana or whoever that was that played Hulk. I forget now. I mean, it's light years better than that. But Ed Norton's a solid actor, but he's very dour through the whole thing, which I guess is fine. He doesn't bring any of, I said it on my little post on Instagram, he doesn't bring any of Mark Ruffalo's humanity or humor to Bruce or the Hulk or any of it. It's just kind of dreary, which I guess for a Hulk movie, it maybe is reasonable. I have no idea. I'm not, yeah. It's too structured. It devalues into the whole saga. And it's just a very different Hulk than we get at any other point. His take is very different. But we see no Abomination later. We see no leader that they set up. Not that I think they would ever use that actor like to really be the leader, the main villain. I can't see that. Yeah, it just, you could pull it out and you miss nothing. It stays at the bottom just because, hey, 84. Yeah, that thing was terrible. I get that, and that's not what I'm saying. Like, Mark Ruffalo is not like necessarily cracking jokes, but there's a humanity and humor to him in dealing with the situation, and I think it works better than Ed Norton's version, in my opinion. 84 is just going live, I guess, at the moment. That's when I just got an alert, or he went live at some point or something. He popped in here and then saying he's live. Hey, Old Wolf. Get ready to wrap up. But yeah, it's not great. Thor was worse than I remembered. Thor 1 was worse than I remembered. I know Burke loves Thor. Like, it's like was in his top 5. Loki's whole, like, Tom Hiddleston is great as Loki, but that's easily his worst performance as Loki because his whole plan makes no effing sense in the end. Like, I'm trying to think of how, like, it's just not good. Like, it has Natalie Portman in it, which is always a bonus for me. And I'm a big fan of the lady that plays Lady Sif. So it's nice eye candy. I think Chris Hemsworth does a good job showing that transition of arrogant Thor into like a more humble, becoming worthy. Like, but it just doesn't make any damn sense. Like, what Loki's trying to accomplish doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it was not as good as I remembered. It was just not. In 30 minutes. Gotcha. Okay, I just an alert popped up like literally as you popped in, so I was like, "What the heck?" Loki makes no sense ever. Yeah, except for like during our discussion today on, or you're in his discussion on Instagram today. I won't go into, but electric blonde throwing. Yeah. So it just, yeah, that one was the one that was probably worse than I remembered. The only one, there's a couple of them that were basically the same. That was the only one that was worse. There was a couple that were a little bit better. And then I'd rather just talk about Avengers. I really expected not to enjoy Avengers as much. I had not watched it in probably 4 or 5 years at this point. Like, it had been a while. And with everything that's come, with the big Infinity War and Endgame and everything that's come since, I did not expect it to hold up. I was kind of expecting that my love for it was more nostalgia than reality. Man, I still loved it. It was so good. Worst Captain America suit in the movies. That suit is bad. Yeah, the Captain America suit is terrible in that movie, but the rest of it is really good. It hits all the right notes. The Sentry was cool in the first Thor. Not sure what you're referring to there, Unruly. You mean the Destroyer? Yeah, the Destroyer like robot thing. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't think Age of Ultron is great. I think it has a lot of flaws, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to rewatch it. I haven't got there yet, but yeah. So if I had to rank the 7 so far, I don't think I'm going to rank them because then it gives you guys spoilers for Carlito and I doing a ranking of all of them at the end of the rewatch. So if anybody wants in on that, yeah, probably around the end of July, we'll set something up. But no, I enjoyed it. I didn't have anything going on this weekend. Wasn't doing family stuff. We're doing that next weekend. So I was around the house, doing some stuff around the house, and I just put on the Marvel movie marathon in chronological order, and I had a good time. Like yeah, I mean, I enjoyed every one of them except for Thor. I even enjoyed Thor. I'll be honest. Like, I think it's probably still a better movie than some of the others. I think it's probably a better movie than Hulk, but I don't know. It's got some holes in it for sure. Yeah, the Destroyer. Yep. I believe Ant-Man and Wasp was on the Disney app. Mm-hmm. It should be. I think all of them are on the Disney Plus except for Hulk, Incredible Hulk, and the 2 Spider-Men, because they don't have distribution rights for those 3. Universal holds the distribution rights for the Hulk movie, and Sony holds it for the 2 Spider-Man movie. Yeah, Thor 2 is probably I would agree, is probably the worst of the entire thing. I haven't got there yet, but yeah, if you asked me before I started this, that would be my opinion. This Thor 2 is the worst. All right. I'm at 33 minutes. I need a little extra time before D&D tonight. So, no, not there. It's not. Well, if it's not on there, you're not going to find it streaming anywhere unless you buy it. Because the thing I read, because I was looking today, the article I read said they were all there except for those 3. That's weird. Now that article may have been a couple months old, but So he says it's still on Netflix. I don't know. Maybe Netflix still had the distribution for that one, but the thing I was reading was that every MCU movie was on Disney Plus except for those 3, but I don't know. I could be wrong on that. So I'll be on D&D on White West channel here in just a little bit. Tuesday night, we're doing The Wicked and Divine on the Indie Show with Los, Gorilla Todd, and Unruly. a week from Thursday, we're doing volumes 2 and 3 of East of West with Bear, Hialeah, and Kavi, Comic Books NYC. And then the next Gotham City Chronicles, which is like 2 Saturdays from now, is going to be myself, Kavi, and Old Wolf is joining us for that. So those are the kind of reading shows I have coming up. I will try to get a look back out next Saturday, even though I'm going to be gone over the weekend. I'll try to get that done before I go. I've already gotten started on it because I want to get it knocked out and not doing it last minute. I may do something else this week. I don't know. It depends on if I have a good idea or not. I did pick up 2 books this week. Ben's not a big fan of Captain Marvel. I enjoy it. To me, it's better than, it's definitely solid mid-pack. I mean, it's not one of the best, but it's definitely not one of the worst. And I enjoyed it more on the rewatch than I did the first time, I think. So, 2 books I picked up this week. I picked up the other Kanan book. I already had a copy of 6. I picked up a copy of 1. So I grabbed that, a little bit of spec. And then I picked up Marvel Now .1, first full appearance of Kamala Khan. There she is. I think casting is coming for that soon, and I tried to get out ahead of it. So, because I think it's got a chance to be, I don't know that she'll go as high as Miles, because there's other books that are the more valuable books, but than that particular one. But it's probably second or, it's going to have good value. So, TJ says it is on Netflix. Okay, there you go. So I have a hard copy of that, so I can watch it either way. It's the only one left that's still on Netflix. Okay. Well, boy, the article I read was full of crap then. So there you go. So yeah, that's all I got tonight, guys. Rambled a little bit about those movies and whatever else. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. So D&D in 22 minutes over on Whitewell Comics channel. 21 minutes maybe. Just gonna be, I'm going on a solo mission because I can't be there next week, so we're splitting the party. He says everybody's wrong. Maybe I guessing about Guardians. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you next time.